Hey everyone, welcome to Monday Messages from Morgan. I am obviously Morgan Rieger, and thank you so much for subscribing to this weekly email that I do. The reason I started Monday Messages from Morgan is basically just to have another way to share with people what I've learned on this journey of life and just share my real and raw journey with you, hoping that you can take tidbits for yourself and learn and grow yourself. So it's just another way for me to share with you and hopefully allow you to learn too. I mean, social media is great, but I mean, you post certain things and you keep a certain presence, but I just want to be real. I want to be raw. This is me. If you've been subscribing since I started this, you'll probably notice a lot of my videos are in my car because it seems like this is the only quiet place to film videos, and I can just be myself. So that's why I started this. That's why I prefer video over typing an email to you, because this is me. And hopefully you like me. But anyways, like I said, my name is Morgan Rieger. I am a bio teacher turned full-time online health, fitness, business coach. You're probably like, what the heck do you do, Morgan? I'm actually a coach with a company called Beachbody. So about 8 years ago was when I was introduced to Beachbody, and my older sister had bought Turbo Jam. It's an at-home fitness program, and I just loved it. So I've been doing at-home fitness programs ever since, P90X, Insanity, 21 Day Fix. I just love at-home fitness. It's so convenient and just allows me to stay in shape in a really fast amount of time. And I like the nutrition plans it comes with and the support and all that jazz. And then 2 years ago, I discovered you could actually be a coach with them. And really, all I do is just share my journey like I am now, and then help people stay accountable to their programs and get the results they're looking for. And that's how I make a full-time income. So it's pretty cool. I went from, $1,000 a week as a first-year teacher to matching that in a year, and to now 5 times in that. So it's pretty amazing, and I just love it. I love people. I love helping people feel good, and that's basically why I do this Monday message from Morgan too. So this week's topic I wanted to touch on real quick is something pretty near and dear to my heart, and it took me a while to realize how it affected my life. So just this week, just the other day, Steve and I got engaged, and we've been together for 9 years, and it just made me really think about this topic. And what it was, I started doing personal development about 2 years ago when I started coaching, and every book I seemed to read, it was like, you are the reflection of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And at first I was like, bullshit. I can hang out with anybody. I know who I am. And until I really started to look at my life and who I surrounded myself with, I'm like, no wonder why I'm reading this everywhere. This is the truth. This is so the truth. I reflect who I'm around. When I would spend a lot of time with Steven, I reflected who I wanted to be. But when I spent time with a couple of my friends that gossiped a lot, complained a lot, engaged in not the healthiest behaviors, that's what I did. I caught myself gossiping too, or I caught myself, they're talking negatively, so you do. And whether you know it or not, those people around you are weaving themselves into your brain, just like social media does to us, just like commercials and magazines, and they secretly weave themselves in, and then all of a sudden you catch yourself doing that. If you're around negative people all the time, chances are, whether you notice it or not, you're negative as well. You're expressing that same feature that they do, and it's not your fault. That's just how our mind and our body works. What we're surrounded with is what we give off. So when I became a coach and discovered that personal development was one of the main things we did. So once I started surrounding myself with tons of personal development, and I started surrounding myself with other people wanting to be better, it's like everything just evolved and catapulted, but in a good way. The more good people I surrounded myself with, the better I felt. The more healthy activities I did, the better I felt. The more positive books I read and listened to, the more I wanted to do and the better I felt, and the more I wanted to get away from those negative people in my life. And I know that's hard to do because some of them are our friends and family that have been close for so long. But it was something I had to do, and I still express love to those people. But personally for me, I just can't be around that because that's not the person I want to be. So an action step I would pull from this is to take a minute to realize, who do you spend your most time with? Okay, so write down their names, brainstorm it, whatever you want to do. Who do you spend your most time with? Okay, and then also brainstorm on the other side of the paper, what type of person you want to be. Do you want to be energetic? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to compliment people? Do you want to be positive? Do you want to, instead of complaining, find the solutions in situations? Or I guess you could be the opposite, a complainer, a negative Nancy, a bitter Barry, whatever. But I would go for the first list I said. Now look at those people and look at the person you want to be. And think about who those people are versus who you want to be and see if they match up. Would these 5 people exemplify the qualities that you are looking to pursue or to be? And if they're complete opposites, you might want to switch your list up of people you hang around with the most, because if you want these qualities, you need to surround yourself with people that have these qualities so you can start feeding off of them and have these qualities. You're not going to get these qualities hanging around with people completely opposite. That's going to be really hard to do. So if they line up fairly good, great. Then you can feed off each other and even, grow those qualities more. But just look at those lists and see if they line up or not. And if they don't, you don't have to take leaps and bounds to change that, but just start to think, what changes could I make maybe? And if those people aren't willing to change, then it's time to perhaps stop being around them so much and finding people that line up with your qualities a bit better. That's why I fell in love with coaching, because literally I have an online group of ladies that are just like me, that are trying to be better every single day, and they've become my best friends because they're the ones that want to grow and change. And that's why I fell in love with it originally. It was the support system in the community. So that's what it did for me, because I realized my list and the people I was with, some of them lined up and some of them didn't. So that's what I would suggest doing, because whether you like it or not, you're going to reflect the 5 people or the small group that you are with the most. So be careful. Treat your brain, what am I trying to say here? Not treat your brain with respect, but realize what's going into your brain and what you're surrounded with, because lots of these things happen subliminally and you're not sure when you're possessing these traits that you don't want to be, just because of what you're around. So make sure you take control of your environment and who you are with. So I hope that topic helps a lot. I know it's completely changed me. It's completely changed me. As soon as I changed my environment and who I was with, I started to mold into that person I truly wanted to be. So I hope that helps you. I hope you like my nice fleece vest that I wear at work. I should mention, when I mentioned who I was, I also work full-time with Steven. He owns a double franchise, so we're there full-time too. But anyways, side note. If you know anybody that could benefit from subscribing to this email list, please tell them about it. Just tell them to go to www.morganriegerfitness.com and they can subscribe there. If you have topics in mind that you want me to cover, just email me, riegermorgan@gmail.com, and I'll cover it. But yeah, I hope this helped. I hope I didn't blabber on too much, and I hope you have a wonderful week where you're surrounded by a lot of positivity. Love ya.